criminals. We are not criminals.
Well, the men are the first to be jailed under a new deportation scheme. Many of the 37,000 African refugees in Israel have been given 3 months to take up a cash offer to leave for Rwanda or face indefinite time in jail. Well, Bernard Smith has more from Tel Aviv.
They're the hardest jobs to fill in Israel's restaurant industry, and they're often done by people like Talib Duka, who walked from Darfur in Sudan to Israel 8 years ago.
The situation there was very difficult. I used to see death every day. I saw the death of my father with my own eyes. You can't go back from here. There's no way back, no return.
But Talib is in Israel illegally. Now he faces deportation. His boss says those refugees who work for him have a strong work ethic, making them worth the extra taxes he has to pay for hiring non-Israeli staff.
I mean, it's not something that you can say, well, the restaurateurs and the hotel managers and the hotel owners, they simply don't want to pay the local workers, and that's why they are willing to only hire the migrants. That's a false assumption, because you're paying more, and once they will leave, you will be left with no workers and no one to do those jobs.
37,000 Africans are being offered $3,500 and a one-way ticket to an unspecified country in Africa. Many live here in the working-class suburbs of southern Tel Aviv. Pressure on the right-wing government from local Israelis and its nationalist base encouraged the deportations. But it's prompting a backlash in a country other Israelis see as founded as a refuge for Jews fleeing persecution. A group of Holocaust survivors has written to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu asking him not to deport the migrants. The Anti-Defamation League in the US says Israel should reconsider its plans, citing Jewish values and refugee heritage. Netanyahu says that Israel does accept refugees, and the people facing deportation are those who are illegal economic migrants. 11 asylum requests have been accepted by the government out of about 15,000 that have been submitted. In the EU, by comparison, around 60% of applications are approved.
At the very least, we need to be as open as other countries, which we haven't been. I think for a lot of people, as you said, this speaks very deeply to their personal and family history. It does for me as well, but I think beyond that, this is a human rights issue that we all have to fight against and make sure it doesn't happen.
But still, opinion polls suggest 70% of Israel's Jewish population agrees with the deportation program. Those who don't take up the cash and ticket offer face jail. Talib says he prefers that than being sent back to Africa. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Tel Aviv.